show that isn't on fire. It's the 4 o'clock news. Greetings and welcome to the 4 o'clock news, the only news program that aims for the truth and gives it a head start. Here's what I have for you today. Is your cat trying to kill you? These hot singles in your area have the answer. The Tide Pod Challenge announces its first winners. And President Trump. But first, gaming and technology news. Scandal erupted last week in the video games industry after a game publisher decided to give away free copies of a game, encouraging people to play it, but doing so using the slogan Deus Vult. Apologies to those offended. This action caught the internet by surprise. After all, who could have guessed that a game called Crusader Kings 2 would be playfully advertised with a motto associated for over 1,000 years with the Crusades? That a series that had an expansion named Deus Vult at one time, apologies to victims of the First Crusade, would continue to use the motto within the same context that it's always had in its community. Paradox Interactive, the publisher of said video game, has not removed the offending tweet as of this moment. Not only that, but we have it on close authority that their current CEO is in fact a vampire, and also they publish a series of video games where you play as the actual Hitler. Like any self-respecting news organization, we did not actually get in touch with Paradox Interactive for their own statement, opting instead to interview one of the offended parties. Good evening, sir or madam. Could you please tell us how this tweet caused you any grievances?
Yes, absolutely. People will play this and Deus Vult in it instead of retaking the Holy Land. And if that is not done, then Deus will not Vult. And another thing, what's with all the...
Well put. Well put. In recent weeks, millions of people realize that a social network built on selling your personal information to third parties is in fact selling your personal information to third parties. This revelation sparked outrage that will certainly not be forgotten next month, like everybody already forgot about Prism. It's led to protests, it's led to companies and people uninstalling their Facebook app and even deleting their Facebook accounts, at least until June. Even the US government has suddenly realized that corporate-controlled surveillance is a bad thing this week. So Mark Zuckerberg himself was called in front of Congress to testify and explain how he managed to get away with it so far without actually paying off anybody. I believe we have footage from the event that is currently still happening. No, Jimmy, that's a Snake Man from XCOM. Please take this job seriously. Much better! We move now to crypto news with our special cryptocurrency correspondent and former futurologist, a man that bought Bitcoin last November when it cost $20,000. This is fine. Things are fine. That's good to know, but why is the building behind you on fire? It's not on fire. It is. It quite obviously is. Okay, so maybe it is, but this is good for Bitcoin. It'll be good for Bitcoin in the long run. Just you have to look at the big picture and hodl. Did you just burn it down for the insurance money? Yes. Wonderful, glad you're on board. At least you quit drinking and now people can actually see your face. Bosky, the game studio known for the beloved video game, has announced and released a brand new game called Oh God, Please Let This Sell. Its full name is Radical Heights, a game that people in the year 2030 will point to as being the exact moment when video games stopped being based on actual ideas and instead became just a mishmash of what was popular that year. In this case, it's 80s nostalgia and Battle Royale. The only way the game could have been more dated would have been if it included fidget spinners, and if instead of burgers regenerating your health, they would have had Tide Pods. Oh god, I just gave them more ideas. We wish Bosky all the best with their new game and wish they would have actually found a way to make Lawbreakers viable, because it wasn't a creatively bankrupt cash-in fueled by desperation released so early in development that there aren't even textures on most of the buildings. Continuing with the theme of Battle Royale, PUBG Corporation, the shell company established by Bluehole to make itself seem like it didn't just luck into success with a badly stitched together game based on an idea that was already popular since Minecraft, has had a few snags. The company is upset that there are a lot of other studios trying to make similar games to PUBG, going as far as actually suing game developer NetEase for creating similar titles to PUBG, but for mobile. The company claims that NetEase has copied many aspects of which PUBG is known for and pioneered, like having maps made out of prefab assets that they bought over the internet, or using the phrase winner winner chicken dinner that they got from H1Z1, and being the only multiplayer shooter to ever have existed that's used a frying pan. Cause there weren't any. No, Left 4 Dead 2 was released tomorrow. Not only that, but there is now a CryptoLocker ransomware type of software that'll lock down your computer unless you play a match of PUBG. Who created this? Why? We reached out to PUBG Corporation for more information, this being a matter that affects them deeply. So we have live via satellite the company's marketing manager, Mark Edding. Mark, welcome to the show. What do you have to tell us about this new ransomware that's going around? Are you taking steps to make sure that this won't be a problem, that people won't be affected by it?
Hey, marketing, inventor of marketing. To answer your question, we're taking steps to make sure that the ransomware will not be a problem for anyone to get.
To get?
Well, you see, when Fortnite started getting popular and people started making all those unlicensed clones of the very original and never before done concept that we trademarked, we needed to find a way to make sure that more people play PlayerUnknown's Battleground, because the Xbox version sure as hell isn't doing anything right now. We're even giving it away for free, and for some reason people can't run it.
So you're saying that you made the ransomware?
Of course, it was my idea, and it's brilliant. What better way to get more people to play it than by forcing them to buy the game to use their PC again?
Isn't that illegal?
No, I'm pretty sure it's legal, and we've been doing it in the drug market for years.
Right, I guess that wraps things up, but before we go, Mark, I've gotta say that I like your new glasses.
What?
Your new glasses! It's about time you changed them, the old ones were broken anyway.
I don't have new glasses.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. We've never met before. This is a reboot.
Oh yeah, then maybe we'll see each other sometime other than this one in a different show. Oh, look behind you, there's a three-headed monkey. Well, that's it for this part of the news. Stick around because we'll be back after the break with more news. And I must say that I'm very happy to see that the studio is not on fire and that nobody has exploded. Yet. Though it is a bit blurrier than usual. After the break, Ubisoft announces that it is now free of the nefarious influence of Vivendi, free to become the studio that it once was in the glory days back when it was lying to people about Watch Dogs, giving Patrice Desilets the middle finger, and acting like the industry's biggest douchebag to the point where Electronic Arts was telling it to cool down. Yes, happy days are here again.